Greetings. For the past few months, I have been working with a team of people on the Connections Project. This project was created to encourage sharing our stories. We have all been through a challenging few years with the onset of the pandemic and navigating our world under very different circumstances. We have all felt the effect of isolation and disconnection that came from COVID shutdowns. So we wanted to lift up some of the challenges, but also the resiliency of our congregation of faith here at Asbury. We started with stories of connection before the pandemic, remembering the ways in which we were nurtured and fed. We connect through worship and relationships made through work projects and small groups. Hear your words and stories of connection read by members of the Connection team.
My connection with Asbury revolves around Sunday service, coffee and fellowship afterwards, and the church's fundraising with meatballs, pasties, donuts, and pies.
I love the way the men and women work together towards our projects.
I connected through worship, Bible study, circle, pasties, and fellowship.
I attended church, joined a circle of friends, and volunteered on projects.
COVID interrupted our lives, and we heard many responses about connections coming to a stop due to concern of sickness. We also say that some new connections were made with people joining online and realizing more fully the importance of a spiritual life every day.
For the most part, it all stopped.
The virus kept us away from church and members, staying isolated.
I improved my attention to the sermons, the messenger, and obituaries, and increased my sending cards to our congregation and their families, and improved my meditations on God, the church, and my life.
I was emotional as people started coming back to church. I still miss seeing the smiles, but I know they are there. My relationship and connection with God hasn't changed with COVID, other than more time at home to nurture it.
Now, though we are not fully back, we celebrate that many are back in church and participating in projects and small groups. Many are connecting online or through calls, cards, prayer, financial giving, and personal devotions.
I still do a lot of self-study. I keep my pledge current and extras when asked. I help with fundraising.
I'm back to helping with pasties, pies, donut making, and the meatball dinner.
I am still watching services online.
I am attending church in person and reading daily devotions at my kitchen table. I also volunteer as needed for projects and give phone calls for visits.
Next, we wanted to know how we as a church could strengthen our connections with one another and with God. We long to be able to come to church without masks and to sing. We want to fellowship and study together and connect more fully.
I am hoping we will return to being able to meet in person and not have to be concerned about the spread of COVID.
My connections with God include daily prayer time. Coffee time with God is so important.
When the time is right for the mask to be put away, it will be wonderful to see everyone's face again and to be free to give hugs and handshakes without hesitation.
I look forward to being COVID and mask-free, seating and singing together, sharing our social time after church, and being able to visit shut-ins.
I would like to join in the projects and get more involved.
Finally, we asked you, why Asbury? We found that many have grown up in the church. The overwhelming response is that Asbury is a welcoming congregation. It is accessible for those with mobility challenges. The music is outstanding, and the congregation has a heart for community involvement and is open for all people.
I love my church. It is the friendliest church I have ever been in. I feel very blessed to be a part of Asbury.
Asbury is an extremely friendly congregation that invites participation.
I love the music.
It is the only church that felt right for me in my gut and heart. Asbury is very inclusive and focuses on the outreach to others and is committed to social justice.
I've always liked Asbury for their open arms and welcoming presence.
I found friendship, caring, and many welcomes. It is still one of our best characters. I recommend Asbury to anyone I meet who asks me why I attend.
Thank you for sharing your stories with us. Though these past years have been challenging, I hope that hearing some of your stories is encouraging. We, as a church, are committed to continued growth and reaching out with love and compassion. We work with each other, walk with each other, and welcome everyone to join us on the journey.